Hey guys, we missed you.
Hello.
Hello, we missed you. My name is D.
I am Lish.
And this is Allow It. Yeah, I'll try and put my voice down because obviously
I'm just like, I don't want it to look like I have a puppy on my shoulder.
You don't have a puppy on your shoulder. I think you're good. If I tell you, I think one of my haters from work, you know there's always a hater. I know who you are. You know who I am. Ooh. My hater from work was like, as soon as I listened to the podcast, I didn't even need, like, the podcast came up on her Spotify or whatever.
Oh yeah, so it was like the next.
And it was like the next one or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she said, I didn't even need to look at it. And I knew it was you because you're just so loud.
Oh.
I'm like, thanks, hater. But do you have a podcast?
Wow.
So I have to be conscious about how loud I am, clearly.
I mean, you are loud.
Because haters do tell the truth sometimes.
Yeah, they're out here. They're giving you constructive
criticism. So yeah, I'm
listening. You too loud, girl.
I'll try and tone it down. But I guess this is just who I am. How's your week been?
The week has been weeking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a week of up and downs, people getting sick.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had
antibiotics. A week of antibiotics.
Antibiotics and bad vibes. And wind.
Wind. The wind is crazy. My gosh. Antibiotics, wind, rain, cold air.
Outside my my flat. I say it really weird now because my first instinct is to say outside my apartment.
Oh,
but then obviously then people would be like, you never been to America, you don't live in America, you're not American.
Oh yeah,
well, you think you're American.
But I mean, no, not really, because I mean, okay, it'll probably be the people
just
here.
Your best friend is American. Now you think you're American? No, I don't think I'm American.
Americans think everybody calls apartments.
Yeah,
so maybe it would just be the British that like, what do you mean apartment?
But also flat? I think a lot of like these housing people that like sell houses, you know, the estate agents, realtors in America, right?
Yes. Realtors.
Yeah. The estate agents now lately they're saying like Canary Wharf apartments.
Really?
Or stuff like that. So I think they're just trying to I don't know, keep up with the time. Outside my apartment, the bins were on the floor.
Oh my god!
Because of the wind. The cover for the, what is it called? The gas meter was on the floor.
Oh god!
Yeah, that came off too. I said, what? Because I was thinking to myself, and I was like, maybe something outside untoward happened here last night.
Yeah.
I was going through my Ring videos and there was nothing that was happening. Of course, I did then come across where it says, like person detected.
Oh yeah,
or something
like
that. It wasn't a person.
It was the bin.
Wind. It was the bin, and it was the cover for the gas meter. I was like, damn, the wind is windy.
The wind is windy.
It's crazy.
I had my window cracked open because I need air at all times. So obviously I was hearing the wind throughout the whole. Just
blowing like, everything away. It's
everything
madness.
In the backyard. I heard it like going from side to side.
What did they call it again? Storm something. I forgot.
Yeah, it has.
It's got a name, doesn't it?
Do Brits normally name their storm?
We name them.
They're okay.
Yeah, we named them.
Yeah, what is
but I can't
storm?
remember if they named it as a storm or
look, the storm did have a name.
Storms are men.
It is a male name. Okay. Is it no? Because storms.
I thought storms were girls. What's his name?
No, they mix up the names. Sometimes it's
storms.
Yeah, sometimes it's a female name. Sometimes it's a male name. I wonder if it's based on how strong the storm is.
Yes, it is, and this is the reason why tornadoes and hurricanes.
Yeah, Storm Dara.
How do you spell that?
I think he's Irish. Darragh.
Oh gosh, yeah, maybe he is Irish.
Yeah, it's given an Irish
If
name.
You've got any info, or if you're a meteorologist.
92 miles per hour gusts. Oh, wow.
I didn't think it was going to affect us because it was supposed to be in the corner somewhere.
That's what I thought too, because even I was telling my mom, like, it's supposed to storm, but oof.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden it's happening. Anyway, yeah, all our kids are sick. And I'm hoping we don't get sick because this
I'm still recovering. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you were sick first.
Yeah. So
I'm trying everything in my hardest to try not to be sick. Keep on taking all of my vitamins and all of my shebang, but with 2 of them down, I don't think.
Me too. I mean, I think my voice is slowly like back to normal.
Yeah, you were gone last week, bro.
I was. Yeah. I was out for the count. I still have a little nasty cough.
Yeah.
Yes, still nasty back there. The phlegm is still back there, but
it's not cute.
Yeah, we're slowly trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh, my cute ass kids, they're sick, and I'm just like, you're too cute to be going through all of this, man. You're too cute to be going through all of this. But I guess it is what it is. The dad was cracking me up. Ah, that guy, man, he's hilarious. He says to me this morning, he says, D, I say, yeah. He said, did you give them anything, like any African medicine? I was like, bruh. Where would that be coming from exactly?
Not any African remedies.
I said, no, because I don't have any. Like, where would they be coming from?
He's like, why not?
It's just so random.
Why not?
He said, okay then, no problem. I was just asking. I said, Nurofen is all I got, bro. That's all I got. If you've got anything else for them that you didn't think of last night, come up with it and maybe help them get better, because they're really not well, the poor bubbers.
Liam's on antibiotics, which is giving him diarrhea.
Oh yeah, of course.
I didn't know it does that. This is the first time he's on antibiotics.
The Nurofen is making the boys constipated because it's an ibuprofen.
So it makes
them constipated. So yeah, that's not great. So we got two opposites of the spectrum.
I'm just like,
we're dealing with
we keep on throwing him in the bathtub, like, ugh, and he's getting pissed off.
Of course,
he's like, what the?
He's like, what's going on?
He's like, what's happening?
I'm just trying to shit.
Exactly. I'm just like, ooh. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, so I guess it's been a shitty week. I hope yours has been better than ours.
A shitty week indeed.
On that note, because obviously we've been spending a lot of time at home because our kids have been sick. What have you been watching? Is it a guilty pleasure, shall we say? Because you never really watch anything productive that brings back anything to
that's very rude. What's she talking about?
That benefits society.
It does.
Rather.
I'm a reality TV junkie.
You sure are. What have you been watching this week?
So actually this weekend, for the first time in a very long time, I got to binge a show throughout a series from start to finish. So I watched the Ultimatum, South Africa.
Okay.
So it's 6 couples that like enter a villa. One person from the couple gives the other half an ultimatum, basically saying that, marry me or I'm done with this.
Right.
It's quite interesting because on average, most of the couples, I want to say, were only together between 2 and 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, the girls are saying, right, if you're with a guy and it's been... Now the girls are saying if it's been more than 6 months and he's not showing you signs of settling down or marriage, you should bounce.
Really?
6 months?
And there was one couple there where the guy gave her an ultimatum. Wow. And they were together for 6 months.
You see?
And I thought that was crazy.
Yeah. So
I was like, red flag.
No, I seen it on some, I can't remember, Reddit. I seen it on BuzzFeed. I can't remember. But the girls and the guys are giving each other 6 months because they're saying they actually can't be bothered to be in these streets. They genuinely can't be bothered. So this is why I'm saying, are people really getting married for love, for eternal happiness with this single person, this partner, or are people getting married for convenience purposes? It's windy, it's raining, and the rents are high.
Girl.
The rents are super high.
Girl.
So are we really marrying because we want to be this person? This is what I was telling you, that this notion of what people assume, that when they see these big old weddings on Bella Niger and they see these big old weddings on, I know, the Shade Room, the Shade Barrow, wherever you see it on social media, and they're such huge weddings, and they hear that these people have divorced after a year, 2 years. That's what's happening out here, because people are only marrying each other for convenience purposes, not necessarily because... And they don't know each other. What's 6 months?
Yeah. That's what I'm like.
What's even 6 months in a friendship?
I'm like, 6 months is very... It's
wild.
It's nothing. So 6 months, you're telling me you're ready to settle down and I need to make a choice. I'm just kind of like...
I don't know. What's 6 months?
I'm like, excuse me, sir.
But they say some people, I met this person and in 4 weeks, and as soon as I met them and in 6 weeks, I knew it was them, and we've been together 19 years. So who are we?
I guess to each his own.
To each his own.
Yeah, indeed. I think that was wild. There's one couple there that was there. They were together for 7 years. Mm-hmm. That's understandable to me.
Okay, yeah,
because
yeah.
that's a long time.
That works. Yeah, for sure.
They met in school, so they're like high school sweethearts.
Oh,
yeah.
cute.
But she's like, after 7 years, like, what more do you need?
Bro, what we doing?
And he's like, oh, he needs to get his finances right. Because obviously they're very traditional. And he said, you know, when I go to your family, I have to pay a bride price. So I need to show that I have my stuff well
in order
together. Yeah, exactly.
How many more years is that gonna take? Another 7 years?
Girl. So what's interesting is that in this show, The Ultimatum, okay, these couples get to this villa. Mm-hmm. What happens is that they do a trial marriage.
Okay.
And they do a trial marriage with another person from another couple.
Right, okay.
So for the first 3 weeks...
So trashy.
So trashy. For the first 3 weeks, they obviously... when they get there, I guess the first 48 hours, they mingle with the other couples. They get to know each other, whatever. And then they have to break up with their significant other that they came in with, right? Because they have to pick now somebody else to do a 3-week trial marriage with. Mm-hmm. So I get it in a way because the whole purpose is kind of to see what your partner sees, but you're not understanding. Like one person was like, oh, he doesn't communicate well. Mm-hmm. And when he started the relationship with the other person, like the trial marriage, he was able to kind of tap in like, oh yeah, it was like he wasn't good at making decisions.
Okay.
And he was able to tap into, okay, now I kind of understand where my partner is coming from, why she has a problem with me not being able to make a decision and things like that. Right. Because now you're with somebody else. That person don't owe you nothing. So they're calling you out. Like, yeah, decisions. Exactly. They're kind of like, huh? Like, you know, you're moving kind of, exactly. You're moving kind of wild, sir. So yeah, so they do a 3-week trial marriage with somebody else from another couple. And then after the 3 weeks, they get back with their significant other that they came with, and they do 3-week trial marriage with that person. Yeah. Okay. And then at the end, you either propose to them or that's it.
You call it a day.
You call it like, actually, it's not going to work.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And of course, these people are going onto the show as well for, you know, for clout.
Yeah. So I first watched it in America. It was very kosher. It was also very like, okay. I mean, the furthest one couple did, I guess, like they kissed each other or whatever. And then the other, yeah.
Yeah,
then the original partner was just
because
like,
you don't even want that person.
Exactly.
Just forget it, yeah.
But in South Africa.
My people.
Hello. One couple went all the way.
Oh my God, they got jiggy.
She said we didn't have sex once, not even twice, but we were just. And she said I had sex with him because I wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah, of course.
She was like, I broke up with my. His name was Isaac. She was like, I broke up with Isaac before we got into this trial marriage.
What's the problem? I don't understand what the issue here is.
What is the issue?
Exactly. We're trialing.
I need to see.
And I need to consummate the marriage. So
I was just like, what? It was.
That sounds about Southern Africa.
I was just like, huh? And then one girl was like, you know, your body is your temple or whatever. Mm-hmm. She was like, who are you to tell me what to do with my body?
Thank you.
I wanted to have sex, so I had sex.
So if I want to get it, my temple in, I'm going to get it done.
And then she introduced the guy, the trial marriage guy that belonged to somebody else, to her siblings.
Okay.
And it's so funny because they didn't touch on this, but she had whispered to her brother that obviously she enjoyed having sex with this guy because her boyfriend that she came into the thing with, she basically was like, she can't feel it sometimes when they're having sex with each other. Oh, but they didn't go into it. And I was like, did I hear this right?
To the brother too. We ain't got no shame.
The brother was a queen too. So you know he was eating it up.
Of course.
He was like, oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
He was like, all right.
Why are you even trying to want someone to marry you that you can't feel their wiener?
That's what.
That don't make no sense.
Then you guys have been together for 2 years.
Yeah.
He never introduced you to anybody, any of his friends, any of his family.
Get out.
And the girl that he was having the trial marriage with, he introduced her to his cousins.
Her family.
Yeah.
Did that trial girl? Did she eat with him?
No. I think they kissed in the beginning, but she was another one. That's the one that I said. South African girls, when they cuss out somebody,
we stay cussing people out. That's why we're so quiet on the regular.
She was like, get out of my house with your dirty cheap shoes. I said, what?
One thing we can't stand is cheap shoes.
Oh my God. She was like, so the guy, I guess in the beginning, like he was cleaning up the dishes and cleaning up the house. And before he would go to work. And so the house was clean. And so he'll come back and there'll be dishes in the sink.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, oh, like, what did you do all day?
Yeah,
like,
you gonna help?
She's like, why are you talking to me? Who asked you to wash dishes? Nobody asked you to wash dishes. So why are you bothering me?
That's up to you.
Yeah, why are you speaking to me right now? How can I help you? And then he's like, oh, you want to be a wife? So what? She was like, if you're trying to have this stupid, like, what do you bring to the table? Talk with me. I'm going to be cliche and I'm going to tell you I'm the table. So I don't know what kind of conversation you want to have right now. I was just like, this girl.
We stay being tables.
She was off of her.
Don't come to Southern Africa unless you want a table.
Oh my God.
Because we are bringing the table.
Wow.
We're bringing
the
table. We're going to bring a Calax. We're going to bring everything. But one thing you're not going to ask us is what we bring to
the table.
Because,
she said,
if you don't come correct, sir, if you want to wash the dishes, you go ahead. But I ain't finna wash no dishes.
She said, why are you chatting to me? And then also the one where the guy is having sex with the girl too. Mm-hmm. The girl brought her man there because she said obviously she's ready to settle down, but he's such a flirt. Like he flirts too much. Right. Obviously, that's why he's fucking somebody that he doesn't know in a trial marriage. And it's one of those things where I wonder where if you know your person.
Oh my God, she really went in and he went and he messed with someone else.
Yeah, if you know your person, why would you agree to do something like that first and foremost?
I think it's because they're breaking up already.
She ended up taking him back after the show and then broke up with him on the reunion. But it was just kind of like, I don't get, like, would you ever, even sans taking them on a show, would you ever give your partner an ultimatum?
I don't know about ultimatums, to be honest, because I'm weird about that now. I'm in a weird space where I just don't think that, I say this over and over and over again, that you should impose whoever it may be to give you ultimate happiness. I just believe it comes from several different people, several different factors. So maybe possibly when I was younger, I'd give ultimatums to say, let's say in terms of like, if you were to cheat on me, this would happen. Yeah. Or, which to be honest, if I thought about it, I didn't even care if that happened too either when I was younger, because I'm just like, come on, you're not going to be my husband.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, just show me the money.
Yeah.
Just show me the paper.
Just buy me nice things.
Exactly. Keep me cute. That's what I care about. Ultimatums are weird. And then there was a time where I thought to myself, possibly this person is going to have like, I believe this is my person, or this, I'm going to have this one person. But it's just my perspective has changed so much. And I can't figure out what exactly what made that switch, but my perspective of like happiness and love and even just marriage and everything that comes with it, I think it holds too much weight on one person, and you genuinely just cannot get all of that from one person. You can't. And this doesn't mean that you should be having multiple people. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say being polygamous she said, not one guy or whatever it is. I'm talking about different guys. I'm talking about, I think that your happiness, your fulfillment, everything that kind of happens in your life is rounded up by several different people. It could be your best friend, it could be your children, it could be your siblings, your parents, and then that makes you a whole individual, but also making sure that you're not imposing everything on one individual. Imagine the burden that person might feel. And this is how we end up seeing all of these shows as well, where it's like, oh, my ex tried to kill me, or so tried to kill, or people are out here going nuts just because this one person has disappointed them. In a world where there's millions, in a world where you have your kids, you have your siblings, you have your you have your friends, you have your family. It's just like people need to kind of let that go.
But for some people, that's not enough.
Yeah, no.
That ain't not. Some people are like,
I think it stopped with Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
On God.
They're like, my kid can't, kid can't scratch that itch that I need at night.
People are so weird. Who said that was going to be the case?
My kid
People
can't
are so strange.
Itch.
But yeah, I just, ultimatums are kind of useless, I think. Yeah. When you get to a certain stage in your life, they're just kind of useless. I just believe go with the flow and see what God has got planned for you and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
These people that do go on the shows, however, I just genuinely believe that they've already put in plans to break up. This is a way to make money. Might as well make it together. They just come together and like, let's make money. Let's, build our social media. If they've got businesses, good for them. They can actually market their businesses. They can be influencers and all of that stuff from these situations. So that's why they've gone in. Not because they really actually want to get married or this, that, and the other.
Because I remember the second season for America, there was one couple there. And I think once it started, she really deep, like, oh, fuck this. Like, I don't want my man going in a child marriage with somebody else. So they didn't even do the experience.
Oh,
they left.
They left.
So that's why I was just like,
yeah.
Why would you, if you already have insecurities about your partner, why would you agree to do something like that?
Money.
Yeah.
Money's the root of all evil.
It sure is.
Yeah. Money's the root of all evil.
It sure is.
That's where it just begins. It's money. And then it's all this whole influencer type of life that people are living. It's just like they want to be known so desperately. They want to be known so desperately that they just be doing stuff that's just crazy just for the sake of it.
Yeah, like what is it, like the clickbait and all of that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, what's gonna happen with the influencer?
I don't know. There's this weird couple actually that's on Instagram that someone was saying, oh, you guys need to be banned. I don't know if you guys ever watched them or seen them, but they came up on like my explore page. And excuse me, they started off as kind of like a couples channel where they were talking about how they lived in a 2-bed council flat, and there's 6 of them in total, like a family of 6, and they were struggling with the space and with damp and all of that stuff. So it was like a way of exposing the councils, I guess, in a way, or whatever,
and their living conditions.
And then it kind of went left real quick. So they were showing how dirty their house is, basically. And then she was doing all of this if people were to, like, if I open up an Amazon account or whatever and people were to start sending me stuff, then I'm able to like redo the house that we have currently and make it a better space. Yeah, they had 4 kids.
4 kids.
Okay. Yeah. So they can make it a better space for their children and whatever. So that was the point of it. They went viral on TikTok. People start sending them money, start sending them shit. They renovate their whole entire place, right? At the end of the day, if you're dirty, you're dirty.
Yeah.
Whether your house is renovated or not, you're still skank. You're still dirty. Because it's going to be dirty again if you don't maintain it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So they redid the whole entire place. But now she's come back to say something along the lines of, oh, it just went downhill, or something along those lines. I can't remember what kind of nonsense they were saying. And then the guy is also still on the channel as well, saying that, oh, he's left his wife because the wife is dirty. So now he's living in a storage unit. Girl. I'm like, people just do anything for clout. He's got his blow up mattress. he takes his noodles and he cooks them in his pot in there. I don't know how he gets the hot water. Nothing. I don't understand it. In the storage unit. She still allows him to come and shower once in a while or whatever, many times it is. But they're documenting all of this on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm just like, what is the reason? What is the reason? Because what are we gaining from this? You're not saying to people, okay, look at us. Look at the mistakes we've made. Now we're trying to make ourselves better. You're saying, look at us. We're making more mistakes upon more mistakes upon more mistakes. So continue to just watch us.
And give us your money.
Exactly. And give us your money. While we literally screw up our life completely and our children's lives and everything in it. Because the kids are obviously in these videos as well. I don't think they're consenting. I don't think they've even been given a choice. So the things that people are doing for social media these days is just out of control.
And that's another thing. What do we feel about people that exploit their kids for social media, like these couples with kids and stuff like that, and they have them all over
it's so weird to me.
All over Instagram.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't think there's anything wrong with sharing images or videos of your children within a level, like within it has to be normal.
Yeah.
Basically, it just has to be normal. Normal exposure. Okay, it's the same way you expose yourself on social media. It also has to be normal. You can't be doing stuff just because for the sake of, I just need it to be on the gram. Yeah. Okay, there might be times where you should pop out.
Of course, yeah.
You should pop out.
Why not?
Just show them just a little sign.
Yeah.
And say, look, I am here. Don't forget all about me.
Just because I'm quiet don't mean that.
Exactly. You know. Sometimes you should definitely just pop out. But the people that just expose their children just for the sake of the guapo, for the sake of the coins and the money. And on top of that, they're not actually making a lot of money, some of these people. They just continue to do it. Just for the sake of doing it, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think
when
that's
they're both
weird.
Parties involved as well, I think it's even crazier. Because that means you've convinced your other half to do all of this nonsense. And then the kid, they always end up hating it. And they don't want to be on social media at some point. They become introverts.
That's what I think down the line,
Yeah.
Like my daughter, she loves taking pictures and stuff like that. So if I post her, I'm like, okay, I don't mind because she'd be begging to be on YouTube anyways.
Yeah.
But Liam, for instance, he doesn't like taking pictures. It's always like, so I'm like, okay, if I share a picture of him, I put it on close friends. Because I'm just like, he already is like, he doesn't want to be.
Okay.
So it's like, okay. But yeah, I do find it strange where, especially kids that are not really at an age or understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And we do know putting, especially after COVID, I remember it was a thing where they said material online that included like children or pets with like the most watched things. Like people love to watch children, people love to watch pets, right?
It's weird to me with those weird people out there too.
Exactly. So for you to kind of just, continue to put your child out there, or like, we're doing this, or I think it's very, it's
weird.
It's a gray line. Like
exactly,
it's like,
you just have to have somewhat of a balance.
Yeah.
Cam has got an account because he's an athlete. Yeah. That's his job.
That's different.
Basically.
Yeah.
So he has an account where I've put, because I have to document for his progress and stuff like that. Not just his progress, but for his future applications. I have to document everything in order for me to then end up showing it as evidence to say, okay, this is what he did for this team. He's playing now for that team. He was with Fulham. He was with Chelsea. He was with all of these people. So as a pro, he kind of has that sideline. It obviously says on there anyway, parent-run accounts. It's not him and his mates on there chatting up in the DMs. That's not happening. It's actually us parents talking. They're talking about, are you taking them to the match on this day? But he's not, he'll be like, okay, have you taken the picture? And I'll be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, do you want me to put it on your Instagram? He'll be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
But he's also not going, let's take a picture so we can go on Instagram. He's not doing that. Now that you've mentioned that actually Liam doesn't like any pictures, I'm going to now be conscious about posting Liam because I didn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't like taking pictures.
Okay, cool.
Pictures.
So he's going to be in close friends from now on.
Yeah, he doesn't like taking pictures.
Yeah, because I've got some real cute pictures of him. So now I need to be conscious about I need to, what is it called? I need to honor his boundaries.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he's made pictures. So I always have to. I'm always trying to force like a. That's even when it was his birthday. I was like, I don't have a picture of him because I can't take. I can't take any pictures of him.
Yeah,
unless if he's like in a picture with his cousin or something, and he's like, you know, then I could get him. I could get him to be still and take a cute picture.
Yeah,
but most of the time it's like, no,
he doesn't want.
He's not into it.
I'm also conscious even when I post pictures of you, I have to ask first. I'm not posting a picture of you that you like, you don't like or you don't approve. You know, there's those friends that just those friends that just be posting all types of crazy ass pictures of you, and you're like, come on,
why?
This is not Facebook.
Why?
At least ask.
That's my baby daddy. Don't let it be your birthday. On WhatsApp,
He does crack me up.
I feel sorry for if he has photos of you on WhatsApp.
He's posting anything.
He's an old man. He's an old man.
He really is an old man. He's
posting 20 of the worst pictures you've ever taken in your life.
And he thinks there's nothing wrong with them. He's always like, they're completely fine. I don't understand it. He doesn't get it. I'm like, oh God, not him at it again, posting these people's pictures. It is funny.
Awful.
But yeah, the exposure of children on social media is a weird one for me. They kind of has to be a balance. Does the child enjoy it? Should you really be exposing your child that much? And all of that stuff. There's a fine line.
Yeah, and I think like there is also, because I mean, you obviously mentioned Cam, and obviously his account is sports driven. I think that it depends, because even if a child is into ballet or they're gonna have these things out anyways, right? That is of course, the new age portfolio anyways. I think that is reasonable. I think that's okay. I think people that post their kids cussing online, talking shit online, doing mad weird things on the internet. I just find that
doing
to be
all of
weird.
those TikTok challenges.
Yeah.
Even the moms that dance with their daughters, for me, I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
I'm in between on that one. I don't know. It depends.
Because if it's like sexy red in the background,
you're
different. Dancing to a sexy red TikTok challenge.
Yeah.
With your daughter. I don't know about that. And then the moms always say, hey, get it sexy.
I don't want Layla. If I hear Layla saying get it sexy, it's a wrap for her.
No, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap for her. Not get it sexy.
And then on top of that, what's always so funny to me is that when the mom is doing the dance, she'll do the full dance whether there's going to be a little bit of booty shaking or whatever it is. Yeah. The mom will do the full dance, and then the daughter will be like, no, mom. Pushing away to be like, don't do that.
The daughter will do the G version.
Exactly. Do forward facing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so why would you want your kid to be? And then the mom is always laughing to say, oh, she don't want me shaking my ass on the net. So why are you doing it then? Why are you shaking your ass on the net? Weirdo. It's just strange to me. Dance with your friend who's an adult. Why do you need to get your daughter involved in some inappropriate dances?
That will get more... They'll get more traction. Yeah.
I told you about the girl who is one of the highest paid OnlyFans accounts. Oh, yeah. And I told you she's a virgin. And I think she's 18. 18 or 19. I can't remember how old she is. Look it up. You'll find her. She made 43 million off OnlyFans. 43 million. And I told you she looks like a child. She looks childlike. Yeah. It's so concerning that these weirdos are on the net and they're actually paying to watch this girl just because she looks like a child. That's how you know how many sex offenders and pedophiles are out there, because they're seeking. She's not some big booty BB. She's just out here looking like a little boy with a wig on. Oof. And basically that's what these people are paying for. It's nuts to me. She does some soft stuff in there and then that's it. But 43 million. Damn. She had to get me thinking for a minute. I had to think to myself, damn.
You don't look like a child, though. So sorry. Sorry to break it to you. I don't know if you'll produce the same results. childlike.
I know.
Now with them ass and titties.
Definitely. I know. With this ass and titties. That's for
Sorry.
sure. Yeah, I don't think it will work for me.
Oh my gosh. What are you watching on Netflix?
Oh God. I started... I'm second or third episode into Worst Ex Ever.
Oh yeah, I've watched that.
And I think there's 5 episodes in total. I can't remember how many. Yeah. But I'm on number 2. And this one is about a lady. She was a go-getter. She used to work in banking, a complete go-getter. She owned a restaurant and she was also a single mother. So she had a lot going on, but she was focusing on her career and focusing on raising her child. She was not interested in dating whatsoever. But eventually someone turned up to her store and then he seemed like he was a police officer. So he had a gun on his holster and whatever, and he had a badge print in his pocket. Why was she looking there? I don't know.
She said, let me see if I should be wasting my time.
Let me see something. And then he started coming over to the restaurant talking about, oh, let me help you get your car washed. Let me help you with your cameras. Let me help you with this. And she was like, of course, because he's a police officer. So why wouldn't I?
Like, why not?
But why not? Come and help me if you want to help me. I'm already inundated with everything else that I need to do. One thing led to another. They ended up dating. Eventually, again, I'm going to move on very fast because I want you guys to watch it. But again, one thing led to another. They start dating. It starts going well. And then she gets a phone call at the restaurant and who is it? Wifey.
Of course.
Of course. That's how it ends up happening. Always.
Shout out to the brothers out there that are not single but looking.
The married single men. One thing a married guy is gonna do is be single.
Hello?
It's so sad. That's why I was saying
married and looking.
This whole ultimatum
I'm married but looking.
Exactly. And about that's a long story when you start asking them about their life.
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's a long story. Oh, you know.
I told you I had one
private.
once too. He said he was only married to her for papers. Meanwhile, they renewed their vows in Jamaica.
Oh, girl, there was one show where I watched and the guy was saying to the girl that she shouldn't ask about his wife because that's private. It's private. That's information she just doesn't want to give up. But at the end of the day, me and you, however, married men are sick. They're
Wowzers.
Really sick.
Wowzers.
Anyway, she then starts dating. It's all going well. It's all going great. Wifey calls, shut down. She's not one of those girls. She's like, look, I'm busy as it is. I ain't got no time to be tussling over a man. That's the last thing I'm doing. I've got my own restaurant. I've got my own job. I've got my daughter. I don't need to be in the streets tussling with anybody.
Exactly.
So she broke it off straight away. And then she's like, look, it's over. Called him and said, bro, you need to come drop off the kids for the restaurant. Come and drop them off at my house. Or at the restaurant, anywhere. Just come bring the keys back.
Yeah.
He then turns up at her house, unannounced, by the way. Didn't say that he was coming that day. And then he said, I'm just going to give you your keys and I'm going to go. She was really reluctant to open the door. But I think at some point, it's either he overpowered her or she was like, okay, fine, just come in. I can't remember that bit. But he ended up raping her that night, which is disgusting behavior. So on top of that, I don't think he even dropped off the keys either. Idiot. He raped her at gunpoint and she was not dumb. She made sure that she made sure that as soon as he left, the first thing she was supposed to do was to basically call the police and report it. Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying people who don't report it are dumb. I'm just saying she
just make sure she has the
she
rape
just
kit
made sure
she
had her rape kit. She was screwed on, basically. She made sure she got the rape kit done and all of that stuff. The trial begins for the rape case. He's pleading through his family, through his friends to say, please, please, please don't pursue the case. And then she's like, no, I'm definitely going to pursue the case regardless. This guy ends up framing her. And I'm not going to tell you how because you need to go and watch it. He ends up framing her to the point where this woman is arrested, put in jail for 7 months. For 7 months before The police find out that it was all he's doing. Because he didn't want to obviously stand trial for the rape case. So he made something up so that she ended up in jail. So these... It's just... That's why I'm just like, how can you be so bad-minded to the point where you want to destroy someone's life completely? Completely.
Crazy.
Just someone breaks up with you, whatever. You got a whole wife. Go back to your wife.
People are mad. It's like this one guy on Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Mm-hmm. He was also married, posing as either a doctor or an astronaut. So many different things. Throughout the duration of his marriage, he raped like 60 women. Crazy. Date raped them. He was on the apps.
And he was married.
He was on the apps. Obviously, the wife thought he was traveling all the time.
Of course, for work.
Yeah. He'll meet somebody at a bar, hotel, whatever, bring that person back to his place. The person will wake up in bed with them, not knowing what the hell happened. And he'll be like, oh, we had a good time. He only messed up one time because he met a girl at a bar, and this girl was a lesbian. So obviously, when she woke up and realized she had sex with him, she knew damn well, like, I don't like men.
Yeah, so what are we doing
He
here?
gave me something and took advantage of me. And she went and got a rape kit. And
of course, yeah.
But I'm just like...
What are we doing here, sir?
Yeah.
Be single. And stop raping people.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, because you can actually pay for sex. There's people who are called sex workers. They do it as a job. They wake up and they do it as a job.
That's the thing too. They don't want to pay.
They just want it for free.
They want it for free.
That don't make no sense.
They don't want to pay. Disgusting
sense.
Behavior.
Exactly, disgusting. You guys should make sure that you watch those two shows. I'm not going to watch The Ultimatum.
She's a hater.
Because
she's a hater.
You guys already know I don't like trash TV.
It's so good.
It's so good. So if you like trash TV,
it's so trashy and it's so good.
Exactly. And if you want some dark stuff, you know where to go.
Oh gosh. I mean, you could also watch Who the Fuck Did I Marry, I guess.
You can also watch Who the Fuck Did I Marry, and then you can watch also what I was watching,
Worst
with
Ex
the Worst Ex Ever. All of it is on Netflix, right?
Well, Who the Fuck Did I Marry
That's on Prime.
On Discovery.
Oh, it's on Discovery.
Yeah.
Okay, then cool.
Along with 90 Day Fiance.
But yeah, the weather is so crap anyway. Might as well just binge.
I think with the season, the holiday season coming up too.
Yeah, that's what you should get into.
I mean, I guess, or doom scroll on social media, whichever floats your boat.
Whichever floats
your boat.
Exactly.
Get into it.
It's been a great episode, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
My name is D.
I am Lish.
And this is Allow It.
Allow It. See ya.
Peace.